Pretty tempered approach here out the gates. Nothing fast from either side. Yekindar and Naf on B, and that looks like where we might find some action. A jump spot from Simple. I don't think he caught the head of Yekindar just there. The P250 in the hands, and oh, a shot from Yekindar out the gates. That's one way to kick things off.
Starts as he means to go on, taking down the goat. Now he just has to get the rest of the farmyard animals out of Banana. Has support in Naf.
Bit's got the P250 now, so he's starting to find a bit better form.
He is the chosen one. It's a deep CT smoke, or it sounded like it. Yekindar does have to respect it. Naf back on Coffins, playing for that retake. They still had the numbers. Perfecto catches Naf off. 3 from Banana on this retake. Nitro still with a smoke kit, and oh my god, 3 of them bounding into ruins. Take control, overwhelm Yekindar, and yeah, good luck, have fun here. That utility deployed. Nice exchange. It forces MPL to stare at the smoke, but they've got so much on the cross. It gets across, but only to his own demise. Elige, yeah, too many different angles.
And a smoke, and smokes are plenty here for Liquid to try and stall out Navi's crawl.
Going to be interested as well to see if TL have kind of maybe tidied up this CT side after IHC got a 9-1 start off against them.
Yeah, well, look, Inferno, as far as my money goes, is the T-side map. So I think if you're getting 6 or 7 on the CT side, you've had a pretty decent crack of it.
Certainly feel like if there was the same gaps IHC were finding, Navi could be profiting. The right lean from Liquid.
Lots of talking here from Electronic. We know that he's taken the wheel here as the leader, and it's been a bit wonky. Smoke fading, and elbow spotted. Electronic down. They've seen at least 2.
Osee did a lot there. Just that unarmored Deagle and spamming away with the 5-7. Nitro will be forced to cower upon the return. Bit's found a little gap here. Now, Elige will be trying to address it. The potential of a long lurk.
He's heard this.
Yeah, a bit into the arch. None the wiser.
It's called
None
2.
of them have the info. Back to B. Surely Bit's going to be able to go either for the dankest of flanks or just a late arrival cut off the rotate.
Time's the biggest problem here. Naf still has a smoke on that B bomb site.
Oh, Liquid flying blind. The smoke. They're going to start pushing through it. Needs some quick headshots. Naf hits 1. Simple low, but not low enough. And now on the rotate Bit. Oof, a quick deletion. And all of those invested pistols and Kevlar will be thrown to the wayside.
And again, it's Bit right there with the information, right? Not necessarily the kills, but the information to give to his team to make the right reaction.
In both rounds.
Yeah, exactly right. So the fact that he has 2 sets of footsteps, they're able to identify they can go back towards that B bomb site being a little bit weaker, and Simple will clean up Elige here. So just Yekindar to find with this scavenge Mac 10 and purchase Deagle, but it would be the better choice for him to hold on to these goods as starts to investigate for a kill or 2.
Yeah, that's 2 weapons for 2 players.
Yeah, you know he'll be dropping one of those across to, I would assume, Elige or Naf, right? The other heavy hitters on the Liquid side of the server. But no more damage to be done here against the rifles of Navi. They'll be holding on to the Galils and the AK-47. It did look sketchy there for a moment. That push in from Electronic dealt with handedly. Good shot from... But these are the type of rounds that Navi need to be cleaning up. You can't be tripping over your shoelaces.
Bit of damage onto Simple again. Didn't stop him last time. I'm sure it won't here. Blind as a bat. Yekindar, that was very aggressive. Hope to catch him off guard, and yeah, damage is done. Both Simple and NPL. A little worse for wear. But Naf has fallen, and so has the ace sight, unless Elige's got some heroics in him. This one, yeah. Couple of extra frags for good measure. Revealed now, Elige known to be in that pit side.
Yeah, the bomb is on MPL, right? So it has to do the long rotation through. And Elige, if he can do any damage while this is going down, nice shot. Can he find another?
Oh, if he gets another, it is game on over the hay bales. Electronic unfazed as he finds himself the upgrade. And yeah, sight lost. Round to follow. One more kill would go a long way.
Yeah, well, they've sent Osee over to cower towards B, right? I think you hold on to the AK, but Nitro, if he could find another kill here, you're right. That damage going to accumulate as this game continues forward here. Even just the cash injection from picking up this Mac 10 would be nice, but doesn't look like Simple wants to overstep the mark here. So they've kept them on notice, right? If you're Liquid, you know that you've made these rounds somewhat threatening. Some good damage done. Oh, wow, you feel like Nitro should be getting that one. Great clear there from Simple.
He was 20 HP. I was about to ask you questions like, how's the bomb radius these days? But no, Simple, just in time. Clears the corner and saves him
as well here. But this is looking a little bit heavier towards Banana fight. 3 players, including MPL, Simple, and Perfecto at the base of Banana.
A lot of moving parts to the openings of Inferno here in 2023. Oh, and Osee catches Simple's early adventure. He wanted to get info top Banana, thought he had a gap. Osee posted and punishes. Start to see him remaining flexible, relocating and counting on Yekindar to keep this house tidy.
Yekindar needs to be very careful here. That's a deep broom closet molly and jump spot.
Surely that's enough, Yekindar. Why does he look so hungry? Man once more, you've got the man advantage. The T's have burnt through all their utility, perhaps. Actually, I found the answer in the conversation there. He actually forces out another Molotov, and you can see the T's now are left with, what, 2 smoke grenades and a flash?
That's gone both ways. Sure, Liquid have an extra smoke, sure, so maybe 20 seconds more. All of that extra pressure is to make sure that Osee can't just rotate away freely, and he already did, right? I think they wanted to stay stubborn in Banana. If they got the control, they could execute B. But they felt all that pressure, and now back towards A.
Well, they just juggled all their utility, like a full reshaping of who has what. So the call's been made. The flash towards long. What was that? Smoke, excuse me, onto the arch side. MPL going to be coming out late. So Osee onto that bomb carrier. Electronic. Oh, okay. Perfecto provides the trade. The AWP has gone. Pressure onto the site with 14 seconds, and Perfecto's been knocked off it. Elige and Nav dig their heels in deep on pit side.
Difficult to expect them to come in and flourish. Bit didn't flourish immediately, but then he became an absolute monster, and Navi won a major. So let's see if the faith that Blade has in MPL is worth its salt. As aggressive maneuver here towards the apartments, and a passive stance towards second mid. You can see just how passive Bit is. He isn't taking any real fights here, and you can understand so with only a Tech 9 in hand. So this very, very forward stance from Liquid. If too much pressure and Banana is felt, they can leer forward, they can look into second mid, and they can start to over-rotate or flank.
It's a nice, I was going to say triple, but 3 leaning A, 2 towards the apartments themselves, and for now, it is the B side of the map seeing some action. Perfecto and Simple forge a path and confirm. Banana is theirs, God Flash lined up. Nitro would swallow that as he drops some retake utility. Do they respect it or do they go forward? Forward the answer. Perfecto swinging. Yekindar unsmoked, unbothered as Perfecto takes him down, or is taken down. NPL towards the pool, 1, and a return from Yekindar. Another in front of him, damage, and Elige will finish. Spraying through that smoke. Navi, they try and pick up the pace, and now, well, from behind, not going to have anything to celebrate.
Definitely help on the road to recovery here, as this time round, not the man in question. Hyper-aggressive down Banana with the MP9 in hand, looking to farm up some Navi members on Eco. Sure, they have upgraded pistols, but there's no Kevlar, definitely no head armor. And look at this, Elige and Nitro now back over towards A to investigate top mid.
Osee spots the barrel. Like Simple goes just wide enough to bait the shot. Orpa confirmed A, and yet Navi start to close towards him. Posturing. A word for Navi's current stance. Hoping for a little bit of an overstep. Osee unwilling to oblige. And there's the first fight Simple was looking for. The nade to finish. He should be safe.
Have to commit now, 30 seconds. Should be into the blender here.
Yeah, no way really to get that bomb down. That would be an idyllic scenario for Navi. Nitro already saying it's a little too quiet in mid. Careful B. Yekindar and Elige are fine. And so Navi are heading Osee's way. Trying to run down that AWP. Oh, Electronic does make good on the promise. And into the site they trundle. Just 2 more frags required. Perfecto with a good one, and Simple hits the dig. There's no way Liquid cannot let this go with 5 seconds on the clock. The bomb being planted, Yekindar unwilling, Elige is there, and Perfecto needs to hit an AWP shot. He's done that as well. Oh, it crossed for Liquid.
It's not the type of round you want to be giving up early here, especially with the woes that we highlighted against IHC yesterday on the CT side for Liquid. Felt like CT rounds were very difficult to come by. And that one, it's going to stick with you.
I'm still thinking about it. I'm sure they are too.
Osee missed so many shots just there. He's going to be kicking himself. It's a hero in a gun round to maybe the villain against the eco here.
Suspicious smoke towards quad side. Elige will use it later. And he's just playing on the edge of it. No real info for Navi.
Well, this time he won't miss. Giving them something to work with now. A number advantage in the gun rounds again. They've had enough of banana, so this smoke off towards the short side limits Navi's options here, and so does the time.
NPL trying to find an angle, and Bits caught Nav. Need a big one. Elige caught. Good awareness from NPL. Problems for Nitro. Needs a multi-kill for Hope, and it's denied. NPL with impact into the site, and round is done.
Yeah, that's a key point right there. The fact that he gets 2 kills in another very, very tight scenario. The time, it's like, well, it's all in Liquid's favor. They should be converting a round like this. The boost, the 6th man over in the World Finals. He played 2 Infernos, a win against Heroic, a loss against Vitality. Also played a Mirage against Liquid.
Oh, and Osee on the money. Straight to Perfecto. Peeking up on the boost. An early casualty for Navi to stomach, and they are set up aggressive in the apartments. Needs the double. Oh, but the triple is cruel, is mean, and that is the round. It was just starting to look nice with Osee's opener. And then Bit decides to ruin all their hopes and dreams. A missed smoke, but the mollying will fill the gap.
Yeah, no dramas here. You can see that Nitro and Osee are both still over towards that B bomb side. The bomb will go down, 40 seconds on the clock, and that was great from Bit. I know there's definitely some discussion about Bit seeming one-dimensional, not really growing in the way that he's approached the game. Sure, he was fantastic.
Navi not going to fall foul to any of that early utility. Apartments, I think Bit liked the way that felt back into the fight.
Which is crazy, because as we mentioned earlier, Naf was a beast yesterday, and he was dealing with Apartments and Shore. And it seemed like they're bullying him at this juncture of the game. Trying to seek him out here very early. MPL is already ready to pierce the veil of the Ender Halls.
Like, if I was choosing a site to hit, I'm not sure I'd want the Yekindar Elige Naf site. But Navi made of sterner stuff. Here they come. Blind on Naf. Elige will tag one up on the site. Oof, immediate deletion, but Yekindar's there at least to pick up the pieces. Liquid hold on. Weather the storm. Repel the invaders, I say, as Electronic goes looking for more. I guess with the smoke on default, he could perhaps rat around. Liquid smoke up. Electronic frag in. Not the both of them! Oh, they collapse! Osee forced into a clutch. A 1 versus 3. Redemption available, but far from easy. AWP on site. The information given. Flash is out. Osee begging for the fight. As Simple and Electronic establish their crossfire. Does he want to put all those dollars on the line, thinking about it twice, and yeah, will back away. Simple will slap it. But at this point in the game, like you can see, obviously Liquid can't, they're not watching. Ooh, there's the nade working wonders. But all of this utility in Banana rather futile. Navi will wait it out. As Nitro catches flak. Simple will fire off a shot, retreats to the stairs, a slither gap, damage inflicted onto Simple. The smoke will guise your retreat. They've heard 2 different rifles towards B. Perfecto ahead of the smoke. If anyone gets greedy, and yeah, Nitro falls into the trap. Damage again inflicted. So with Simple and Perfecto walking wounded, it would set Yekindar up to hold fast.
Osee rotating now as well. They can isolate Elige and Naf.
Good nade. On to Bit. And Elige only the one. Electronic on short side. Simple still walking with a limp. This fight on Balk is going to really dictate a whole lot. Elbow. Not enough for Osee. Fires off the shot. They're into the site now. Naf can't even call it. Spots bodies. So flashed. Nearly two. Yekindar to clutch. Knows one's pit. Knows one's site. The guessing game, not required. The headshots, though, a necessity. Will the Latvian have anything to say about this one, or is it 8? Is it a 1T half? Playing with their food now. Flash interesting. Hoping he can just maneuver. A bit of a gap. A huge gap. A well-played round. Can Yekindar close? He knows!
Liquid struggling again on this CT side of Inferno.
Yekindar's opted to go rifle solo B. Safe from the initial barrage of nades, and ooh, Simple does get dinked down. Might change the state of play when you hear a rifle tagging up Simple. And that's the fight they were waiting for. Electronic handles it with ease. Oh, Nitro, you heard that. Juggles the rifle away from him. Look at that robbery from Electronic. The diligence is obscene. Oh, more bullets. Thank you very much. You might even kill him with it. Go on, Electronic, you geek. That's beautiful. Just as Nitro was trying to get his grubby mitts on the rifle, he steals it and uses it to tag him up to just 17 health. Doesn't really get better from here on out. Sure, you got the kits, you got a couple of pistols, a little bit of Kevlar for your adventure, but Simple and Co are charging on in. Nitro trying to find a safe haven only for a moment. Naf with one, and that'll be it. Even hears him, spots him. And they're on the hunt.
You can hear Electronic calming for Simple here in this situation. They know exactly where he is. Already posted up towards the base of Banana is Bit, so if he doesn't get him, Simple will. And it's Simple. So if he gets the chance here, he will go for the knife. If someone's going to take the knifing not so well, it will be Elige.
No, 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 no. Simple stabs him in the...
In these officials, that Blade can just help refine them with.
Yeah, I mean, what you've got right now is a diamond in the rough, right? You know how beautiful they can look when they've been perfectly cut.
Just want to bring up some of the details here. Every time Liquid have gone for this hyper-aggressive banana maneuver, Navi have no issue taking Boiler and Halls immediately, and that's a great response, and here it comes.
Flashes are so good. Osee doesn't get to play the game from a standard position. On the transition, he could go down to Bit if he's not careful. Good frag on the retreat, the dead man! Didn't account for that Apps angle, Bit too good, and now Naf already in trouble. Needs Elige's help. Needs it. Can't provide. Bit double. And a man advantage for Navi. Looking for their 10th. As Nitro has pushed up towards the logs position, he can lock down any returns to B, or at least report on them, but he wants more.
Simple's still looking here. This should be his kill of the other week. Yeah, there it is. Laser sharp. And they know where Naf was. Couldn't have gotten too far during all of this.
Does Perfecto run all the way into B just in case?
Yeah, this would be the safest way to play this out. Allow Perfecto just to run in, see if he gets taken down, then they can just bring the bomb. You can see it's already coming over here. You know that Naf is the anchor, and this is it. Send a feeler out to either side. You're guaranteed to work out where Naf is. There you go. Bomb can go down. Simple wanting Perfecto to plant, so he can already cut off this banana rotation. So quite commanding is old Simple. You can understand that.
Go plant.
And, well, Naf knows that the best option here is to hold on to this AWP. Osee has done a decent job finding some opening picks. He's got 8 kills, 8 deaths. Sometimes they can convert, sometimes they can't. But that is going to be 10 already. And another note here, and I'm sure something that we'll hear the desk talking about when we get them back on the mics in probably not too long, is about the pace changes from Navi. Think about where they found success with the earlier gun rounds, waiting out to the final 30, 20 seconds, and then being able to explode and trade efficiently. And then that type of a round. Oh, Liquid take full banana control, we pounce onto A, we punish the top mid.
Can barely count to 10, but we'll see.
This time no banana pressure. So Navi haven't had to do anything this round, and Liquid will just have to sit back on their haunches here. Classic 2-3 split of the CT defenses.
I'd like to see you throw it sooner rather than later, Yekindar, making me nervous, but it seems like Navi are almost anticipating this. As the util comes in, this time Perfecto will respect it, not going to be forced into the fight. One of those 2 rounds Liquid had managed to collect.
Nitro's going to get, oh, I was thinking flash forward here, but that nade is even better. Straight down the gullet.
More of that.
I think they still want to explode.
Yeah, that
flash at the
ready.
ready.
It does bode badly. Oh, Yekindar just fully doing the dance. And yeah, Nitro's not going to have much to contribute with his sewing machine. And the rest, I guess, is history. You don't want to be throwing all these resources into a retake like this. I don't even know why Osee's over here. Leave it.
Now, they have to start going for rounds. So if they did want to decide, hey, let's give this one a crack, fair enough. Right, at this point, half's already well lost.
Sure, it's just, it would be a bitter pill to swallow throwing 4 of them into this Navi wall.
The only thing that's a positive here for Liquid at this moment is their loss bonus has been maxed out. So with residual cash, which a bunch of them have, they can keep buying it at least. But Bit, he wants to ruin the day.
Yeah. I've never really seen Naf angry, but that's a start.
It was just too easy as well. The pre-aim on that position, perfect from Bit. Looking like his old self.
Oh, they're coming. No, for Navi. Now, 2 rounds to go. Let's see if Liquid can put any sort of band-aid on this. Because Bit's coming. Bit the bully. Nitro in a forward position. Usually the flashes are good and the shot is better. Osee hit by the Ferrari Bit peak. Naf still present on A. He takes down MPL's App's presence, but there's more to come. And opting to go forward, not tucking the tail, not wimping out. And oh, and lucky timing. Perfecto catches a glimpse of him. One back from Elige. That was the bomb and that was the trade. Perfecto giving it.
Yekindar may as well go for this, right? It's only the MP9, 2-on-1 situation. He's going to upgrade that if he can.
Yeah, dropped his weapon early so as to not make a noise upon pickup.
Has to give it a go. Scoreline's 11-2.
The kit there on quad. So he's slowly picking up the retake package. An AK, a kit could be nice. He's got kills to find. So he reveals himself. He's close. Navi, a double setup towards this default box. And yeah, no, rather take that up for Mr. Osee.
I get it. I understand playing the percentages here, but this game is already, it's gone, right? You're really going to bring this one back, and he might not even stay alive here. Perfecto on the hunt. Might be able to catch him over towards the chicken pit. Door doesn't swing open here, so Yekindar will be keeping this one alive for the next round.
Catching Elige as he tried to take that second frag.
Oh, sticky molly right there. Doesn't quite leave the hands of Perfecto as he would have wanted, but we'll get it out regardless, and things have gone so well here. And one of the keys is Navi haven't dropped the focus, right? They haven't changed. You know, they're not just YOLOing, they're not just running at Liquid, they're still running through the strategies, being reserved when they need to be, playing good, solid Counter-Strike. You can hear the communication, it sounds great. And, well, yeah, it makes sense. Everything is going great. We've only lost 2 rounds.
Osee desperate for a clean shot without a flash or a nade or a molly at his toes. And there he gets one. Simple. Meets Osee's AWP. Yekindar saved it for a reason. Can they convert off the back of it for their 3rd? 3 banana. Bit lingering towards the apartments on the opposite side of the map. Now there's a pop flash for Nitro upon his call. Oh, but boosted on the wall! He can't do anything about that! Navi sees an advantage back, or rather, I should say, an equalizer. Nitro's not had a fun half. They've had his number on this B side of the map.
Which is wild because Osee's done his job and more in this half with the AWP. He's found so many openings. I think it's 5 in total.
Oof.
So he's definitely been doing his job here. Going to gamble a third man over towards B, and it will be the B finish.
Let's see if Liquid can disrupt. Heads spotted, bit down. NPL with another frag. Perfecto builds on, and the bomb again down with a second to spare. Elige and Nav hard pressed to find these frags. They've gone for 2 towards Banana. Flash is good. Barrel is spotted. And NPL is down. Things get interesting now. If that smoke from Nav blocks off the fight, there's going to be a gap on that. Need a fake. Elige's holding it. Nav needs to defend, and he has done so. Third round, a second away. Liquid will close with a win, but certainly not a flavor they've been tasting all too often this half. Playoffs more often than not.
Yeah, they can practically touch it right now. Oof, a bit on the jump spot here. Definitely sees a little bit of information onto Naf there, but not too many sound cues as they put out feelers on either side of the map here. Naf in second mid, Yekindar already top of Banana. Rejigging the troops right here, so Yekindar with a lot of room, and we'll take a glance here to spot it on the jiggle. Baits out the smoke, and I think that's job done as MPL has been pulled over to bolster the B defenses. Now over towards A. Simple and Bit still reside. There's a smoke and a flash in Osee's hands to try and make this one a little bit more interesting, but they're going to let Yekindar continue to work. How antsy will Simple get here?
Taking a lot of self-control to not go looking, I'm sure. Yekindar. One single bullet whistles past his ear, and he will consider that enough.
Still looking like the holes pop here. 40 seconds left on the clock, and here comes 3.
Yeah, it's time for the smoke, it's time for the flash. Osee to set up the boys. Liquid must win pistol if they want a voice in Inferno. And Simple, oof, deleted, flattened. Elige with a double on the clock. A-site is lost, and Navi concede.
All right, well, couldn't have gone much better than that. 2 kills, they're in, bomb down, round done.
Not a, damn it. I was about to say not a point of damage. I think Elige actually did that to himself, jumping out of the balcony, but...
Self-inflicted.
Yeah, so not a point of damage done.
Yekindar doesn't want to allow them to hold on to what I think he's assuming is a bit of Kevlar on some of these members. It is a nade set for Perfecto and MPL. It's electronic with some Julies and some Kevlar, but they can just let them sit here and stew. You don't have to get stuck in too much. And I think one of the keys that you bring up here with no damage is, well, the armor is going to be on 100 for everybody on Liquid. They're going to get a very cheap upgrade in towards that head armor. And that makes sense why they let... Well, let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, that one really was the start of this snowball rolling down the hill, turning into an avalanche.
Yeah, it was like 2 tilt rounds in a row, right? So, mental residue for Team Liquid. It's a bit gunky.
But if you want a real tilter, you lose this one. Don't see a world where that happens. Maybe Perfecto and Electronic do, because here comes the U-tilt. And Yekindar trying to use that mobility of the MAC-10s. Does catch a pointy elbow of Electronic. We'll be calling that out. And down goes the B defense.
If they won that round, that would have been the greatest B defense of all time. Without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Not even hyperbole.
I wouldn't have even had an issue just claiming that stamping a pair of Julies and a USP against a full up
armored helmets
with an execute with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest defense of all time on Inferno. No one had ever seen anything like it.
Oh, well, I mean, in terms of damage, though, Liquid have managed to once again evade that. So, cash in the coffers. Bomb down.
Ah, they know where both are.
And maybe even an extra frag. Maybe $600 for Yekindar if he's lucky. Oh, no. Bit so deadly. Jeez, how has he gone and done that? He's got a kill and nearly 2. Nitro does have to run. Phew. Wow, Osee was right behind him in the mix, though.
Yeah, look, I don't want to write Inferno off by any means, but it doesn't feel like this is going to be their map.
No. Well, let's see. Navi's defense with the 3 FAMAS.
Yeah, it's one of the worst
It looks
third round
struggling.
buys, but this is how it used to be back in the day, right? When you had the M4A4 and M4A1S at the higher price points. Now that a lot of people have transitioned back to the A4, and you know that you need utility on a map like Inferno, you're going to have emissions. This is what it felt like for me when I was doing buy rounds in the third. That's why you used to go for the Force, then an Eco, then a buy. They've gone for a different pattern here.
Okay, Perfecto, what are you made of? Counter util, good frag. MP9 shredding through, Electronic doubles up. Now problems for Liquid into the side. Elige so blind, he's mad. As Simple takes him down, and yeah, the buy may not be pretty, but the round sure is. Gorgeous work from Navi. Just Osee at 6 HP. And Naf running back to spawn, wishing he could start again.
Yeah,
start again, guys? Reset? Is there a reset button back here?
The door isn't closed on them. Pit is still very passive. You can see Bit, he didn't push on down and take away any room, but what are they meant to do? There's no options here, and that'll be 13 now for Navi. Running through their map choice of Inferno here.
You ever been on a scooter like that? A Vespa? A motorcycle? A two-wheeled
yes, I have.
vehicle?
Yes, I have. Potentially returning back to the Spodek again. I think this is their 9th time in Katowice. If they make it, that'll be 8 out of 9 playoffs appearances. Only time they didn't was 2014. Pretty good from the organization.
Not a bad track record. And, you know, considering how willing they are to throw new names into the mix, if they could do it with NPL, as they did with Bit.
Who's holding his own here, 10 kills. He's done the job that's required of him here today. At least on map number 1. Could be a long series ahead of us here. Anubis up next. Can't forget about that. It's just, this has been so commanding.
It's a good word for it. It's a deep smoke as well. NPL just staring at it. Still responsible for long. Liquid yet to make their move as we reach that 60-second point. That one gunshot, great catch from the Obs team as Simple's indecision is still piecing it together. I think Perfecto wants answers. And he gets more than an answer! He gets himself a double! Oh, that's going to leave a mark, and so will the spray into the smoke. Simple cuts Elige down to size with a scrap of health to work with as he tries to continue to fight into this B side. Now, the healthy down as well to the Simple FAMAS. This is all too easy. Running into the crossfires, Navi got this on lock. And Osee does his hard. Liquid's Inferno certainly a little rattled, and so is Osee. Simple opens up the Navi account perhaps for the last time here on Inferno.
When things are going so well and you have this much of a lead, you can take a couple of more of these risks. We'll even cop it here in the pip. And look, just standing wide, taking the fight, lopping off heads, and back to back. Bit gets one. Will be traded here, so blind spot exploited.
Yeah, it's going to require some heroics though. Yekindar, the fact he's lived through 2 of those shots does give Liquid a bit more potency if Elige can get into the pit. Strafes into Electronic. And this one reaches its foregone conclusion. Nitro to go. 16-5 as Navi thrive on their map pick.